Bing bing da bam 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 bam. What's going on? Ding ding.
Had to be this one.
You can't see it, but I'm doing the awesomest dance to this right now. I should film this dance and release it as an open edition. I'll think about it.
The dancing is
up, everybody?
the utility.
Happy 9 o'clock live at the Noun Square. Starting your week off right here, 1:30 in the morning here in the EST. I know I sound really awake for 1:30. Had a nap earlier. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's the crazy frog. I don't know. Could be.
Could be.
Nice to see you. Prop Toshi. Can I call you Prop Toshi since you're about to put an amazing, ambitious OTG prop up on the chain waves? Chain waves?
Ambitious.
Ambitious. Needs work. But yeah. Not the prop. The prop doesn't need work. The name needs work. Hope everyone
Gotta workshop though.
Hope everyone
It'll
had
be
an
fun.
awesome weekend. Please retweet the room if you're here, which you are. If you're listening to this, then you are here. Busted. So please retweet the room. You could win 0.069 ETH just for being here. Something we do every day. Just a little bit of fun that we have. We are watching the end of the NounsDAO auction. It's Noun 571. It's a cute little frog head with some gray glasses and a starlight. What is that? Starlight accessory. Prof would kill me right now. Anyway, it's a nice little accessory. And speaking of crazy frog on the intro, we got a crazy little fracas brewing here between some different bidders. It was sitting at a pretty low price relatively of 21.75 ETH from a known subject. Nate Rivers has been known around these parts to buy some NFTs. You may have seen him around. NateRivers.eth with a bid of 21.75. It looked like he might get away with some thievery, but then in the last 2 minutes,
Blue Bean just said no while you were talking. And then Nate Rivers came in again. They're like battling each other.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts.
Oh my god,
we're going back and forth. So from 21.75, we had bam. Hold on, I can do this justice. Here we go. We had 22.22, and then we had, oh my god, I have too many windows open. I can't cycle. Forget it. We got to kill the. We got to kill the sound.
Is that where the champions
I was very
in the background?
Yeah, and I'm not sure why or from where, but anyways, apparently it went to Crazy Frog. We are the champions after, and I apologize for that.
That makes sense because there is it was on the same album I think when they were released. I don't know why I know that.
Anyway, the point
by the way, Tony, it was the Bling Sparkles.
Shit got real between Nate Rivers and Blue Bean. NateRivers.eth and BlueBean.eth. Both are pretty loaded up. They've got 25.86 ETH and 38.53 ETH respectively in their wallets. We've got a third player, 0x0A, with 1.5 ETH in their wallet. But maybe he'll reload. You never know. And then we've got a fourth player, 0xDB13. Wait, holy shit. Oh my god.
Hello, Nikki.
Oh my god. Okay, so 0xDB13. 0xDB13 has
wallet is stacked.
544 ETH in the wallet. Oh my god. That is crazy. Is that Patricio? Does Patricio have a new wallet address? Because yeah, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So anyways, all that to say, up from 21 ETH up to 27, and looks like we might get a little bit of a bidding war here to watch. If you're not watching with us, you should be on nouno'clock.app. It shows you the noun that's up for bid. It shows you all the people who are bidding. It shows you how much ETH they have in their wallet and if they own any nouns. And interestingly enough, all the folks battling it out for this noun tonight do not own nouns yet. So that is interesting. Nate Rivers is a big CyberKongs guy. So if you know the CyberKongs project, he's big into those. That's where I heard of him before. But anywho, interesting. We do have a guest who's supposed to be joining us here, Symbio. I don't think I see him here yet. Do you see him?
He's under Noun CC.
Oh, that's
Mr.
why.
Brian.
Hey, everybody.
That would be why. I see.
The CC being Cycling Club.
Excellent.
I was just adding you, Cycling Club, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, that is like the one thing I just absolutely cannot do. So I'm stoked to hear about the Noun Cycling Club.
Yes.
What you guys got going.
And since I think this is going to go on for a little bit, the bidding war that is, why don't we jump right into it? And Symbio, since you're more on the front end of things here, you know what's going on. Why don't you take it away and ask some questions, and we'll get the scoop on NCC.
I'll start off by saying that Brian was out on a ride, actually, when I propositioned him to come on the show. He was 50 clicks away from home, so he turned right around to get back home to join us on the stage here. And I'm the culprit that Noun pilled him, and he's just gone straight down the rabbit hole and got quite effective in his approach. Grabbed himself his NNS and started drawing, cycling noggles. And Brian, if you want to maybe share a little bit about your experience from Jump and what prompted you to choose cycling, and maybe share a little bit about your art history as well.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for having me. It's a real honor. My name is Mr. Brian Design. I'm a artist and educator in Japan. I teach kids and I ride bikes a lot. And I got into the nouns through Symbiotech. I have a regular Twitter space called NFT Smackdown, and we started minting Shiny Club and found nouns and all these kind of things. It's really fun. I just really like it's just a really, good. I just love the nouns. I love everything about it. And the one thing that always kind of was a little tricky for me is the glasses. I mean, I love the nouns glasses, but I wanted to make some racing noggles, and I was on a ride one day, and it was right after Jacob was talking about, just putting ideas out there, minting your ideas, and like, you don't have to execute the whole project. You just, an idea is enough. And that kind of encouraged me to just, get it started. Just start the idea. And I asked Symbiotech and Klim in my Twitter space. I was like, hey, what should I do? And I minted my original sketch on Zora. And, they were like, hey, you could make a Twitter handle, and, you could get the domain, stuff like that. And it just kind of snowballed. I just started having a lot of fun with it. I downloaded the assets, started kind of tinkering, and I just thought it was like a good idea, a good way to, I just thought it was a good idea. And I have a lot of ideas to what to do with it. So far, we started a Strava leaderboard, which Strava is the most widely used cycling and running app. And a lot of people in Japan know what DAOs are. So they were kind of like, yeah, that sounds cool, And one person, Oleg, his name is Oleg. He's in the Nouns ecosystem. He joined recently. Most of the people don't have wallets so far that are on the leaderboard, but they just like the sound of it. And so one goal is to make cycling kits, because cycling is very graphic. So like caps, jerseys, water bottles, these kind of things. And, I feel like the leaderboard has a lot of potential to gamify and, raise money for social good, to affect social good. And we could do cycling related things such as, like whatever, events, I don't know, whatever. Eventually I'd like to, start a DAO, a daily token with a DAO, and take it from there. But I'm just doing it kind of organically and just enjoying it so far.
So you've been
That's pretty
playing
cool.
with creating some artwork around it, and also one of the things that I thought was a strong play between the concept of the many different types of cycling was the potential to include kind of a health or wellness, trying to get people motivated to get active. Do you want to speak a little bit to that experience?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of like really the main idea in the beginning. Like my first thought was like, hey, the best way to get people to do something is just by showing them it could be done, leading by example or whatever. And so, and just getting outside, getting fresh air, getting exercise. I don't know, a lot of us are glued to the computer most of the day and night. So I feel like, encouraging overall health, mental health, physical health. I mean, personally, getting outside, getting fresh air, even if it's just like a little ride to the store or, like a little stroll around the neighborhood, it definitely improves mental health. Just being outside, getting a little bit of fresh air, a little bit of, getting your blood circulating or whatever.
I love that you chose cycling, or I guess cycling chose you. Like, was there a moment that happened? Have you like always been into that, or was there like a definitive moment?
Yeah, it was kind of like I'd been living in Tokyo for about 7 years, and then we always rode bikes around, my family and I, my wife and daughter, and then I moved down south to Kyushu. It's very mountainous, and I was like, wow, I guess I'm gonna have to get a different kind of bike, So I ended up getting a road bike, and then I joined Strava basically, and then the guys at the local bike shop were on Strava, and I decided to follow them, and I was like, wow. So it went basically from like, just being like a person who rides his bike to work, like a commuter, to like dressing up like Tour de France every morning, and like.
Looks like the auction's going to end here, Brian. We're going to jump over to
Of course.
FOMO, and then we'll come
Oh,
back.
it does look like
Definitely.
Nate's given up. Nate topped out at 30 ETH, I guess. So 13 seconds left.
I DM'd Nate, and he said, "Is Blue Bean in the spaces?" I guess he was going to come in here.
I tagged him on Twitter.
I sent him a DM as well. He's probably like, "Leave me the fuck alone." All right. So,
FOMO.
Okay, we're going to FOMO. I was like, my timer stopped timing. That's because the timer's over, Tony. Tony?
Yeah.
No, I don't know name. FOMO now at WTF. Let's go.
I am getting clicked to enable voting. Fantastic. I can't play.
That's actually the nicest flower I've ever seen.
Frozen.
Yeah,
I really like it, but
I don't know why. Longest block I've ever seen.
I think you had to refresh FOMO. FOMO might have glitched, but I can't vote. Hold on. There we go.
Neither can I.
We good.
Off to a rocky start.
Joshua Fisher, welcome to the stage.
Wow.
Joshua Fisher just with a dynamic entry just coming in.
You know.
All right.
I see.
I see. Yeah.
I agree.
How are you
saying black hole?
In the eye of a hurricane.
I can't vote, but I like this brain.
Wait, why can't you vote? Just refresh.
I'm getting clicked to enable voting, and I've refreshed like 18 times. So
mine doesn't.
Have you tried turning it off again and on again?
I am going to try to do exactly that.
There are clouds on Mars, so that could be it.
Is that a fact?
Mars cloud, yeah.
I'm seeing an alpha thread popping up on my feed here, Joshua Fisher.
Yes.
Did you have anything to do with that? Doom card. Ah! Uh-oh. Y'all gonna make Madrosky go broke if you get this one.
It's close.
Oh, we didn't get it. Sorry, the noun rectangle.
Matrix
It's
crab.
Beautiful. Vote it up. Wow.
Yeah, it is a very nice crab matrix. A crab matrix sounds like a delicious dish.
Mm.
Oh, you know how sad I was that I lost that star, by the way? You know that star that went out?
Oh, shit. You did.
Oh,
you should
yeah.
have sold all your NFTs and bought it.
I should have just sold.
We don't have a factory.
It's the power plant.
I'm just kidding.
Power plant.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe we can get a reputable company like Enron or someone to buy it now.
Oh,
Oh, this is a
Oh,
nice.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh no, it's Lockheed Martin.
This is a really
And
beautiful
when I
noun,
get
guys.
This is a
Good
fish using a
job. You better
monocle.
get
I
this
really
one,
like this
or I'm
one.
going to be very, very
Bring a
sad.
monocle.
oh,
Hey!
Hey!
I'm getting
That is
someone
one of
else
the
got
most-
it, but I'm happy we got it anyway.
One of the most aesthetic nouns I've ever seen with the monocle. Like,
It
that
has
is
2.5
so
noggles on
awesome.
It's so good. It's
Okay,
so
we can't
good.
talk about it.
Well.
But we can't talk about it anymore because we got to go play NOMO. NOMO.WTF. NOMO.WTF is a game that we made here on TNS where you can go and you can rescue your favorite noun from a list of 30 nouns that will be NOMO unless you do so. So go to NOMO.WTF and pick your character, choose your character. Okay,
We got to do the undead hand with the arm falling off.
No one can do it like you.
Choose your character.
Thank you. Choose your character.
You're welcome.
12 seconds left to do it.
I love.
It actually really hurts my voice to go down that
I
low.
love how Nikki comes with like the less.
I've really seen the crab. The crab really looks really nice.
I got to go with the amputee undead, just because we had this yesterday too. It looks so good.
Someone is running on the
Power
ugly fish.
Factory. I don't have the power.
No, the crab.
Unlimited power.
Oh, the factory. Okay, then let's do the factory. The power factory.
Don't do that ugly looking thing.
Undead hand is
Come
absolutely
on.
crushing everything.
What, the undead?
I think it's due to mine.
All right, fine. I'll switch to the power plant.
I have a new strategy.
You will never
Yes,
be.
the power
What
plant.
about Clippy?
You mustn't stop. You mustn't ever
Why are you saying what about Clippy when nobody's voting for it? What?
Stop moving.
Not even you.
I was gonna be the power plant. That's what they. That's what the undead now.
You guys played me.
No. What the hell?
The
Final
crown.
round. We've got crown.
How did we end up with
versus
these two?
power
Neither
plant.
one of these are
What will
I
you
have
vote
no
for?
idea.
4,
I like the
3,
power
2,
plant
Everyone
too
can
much.
power plant
Let's
with
go.
I mean, it has the lightning.
We're getting the power plant.
The lightning thing, so it's
The power plant is the best option here because
Power plant is
it's
too
just-
good.
King
Yeah.
yesterday, the Yo King
Oh my God,
yesterday,
this is
so
too
we need the
close.
Queen today.
This is too close. Oh my God, no.
Who was going to win?
No, we got it. We got it. We got it.
Power plant just came through at the very end.
On my wrist.
Power plant smoked them.
Oh, these
I'm
are getting
I'm
so
too
close,
tired.
man. These
I'm
are getting
too
so
tired
close.
now. RFG,
I
you're
think
gonna have
it's
to take over the rest of the show. I can't go on.
It just can't go on.
That just took too much out of me. No, I'm kidding. But this is a really, really nice power plant factory. So
I'm a fan.
tell us, RFG, what is NOMO? What did we just play? And what can you now mint if you'd like?
NOMO is a game where we fight to mint carpal tunnel nouns. No, NOMO.
Yes,
kind of. You just played it. You spam click to try to save nouns that passed us by. You all remember the power plant coming by during FOMO, or you should if you played FOMO, which you should have. So we get to save one noun that we passed by during FOMO on shorter FOMO sessions like the one that we had today and some of the ones that we've had in previous days. It reaches back beyond when FOMO started, so we get a minimum of 30. But some days, if we have a really long FOMO session, it is absolute madness. We've got like 90 nouns to pick from. But yeah, so get to rescue one of the nouns that we missed during FOMO. 100% of the proceeds for the mint go toward keeping TNS around, go toward funding the Noun Square. And the price goes up every 11 minutes. So it starts at 0.0069 ETH, and it goes up by 0.001 ETH every 11 minutes. And that incentivizes you to be here and play it with us and get it quick. So you've got about 11 minutes from now, well, like 10:45, to mint this power plant factory before it's more expensive. The faster you mint it, the cheaper it is.
It's the price of a Starbucks coffee or latte.
Round about there.
It goes up by the same amount as a Starbucks coffee goes up.
Dude, what are you ordering from Starbucks? I have to know. What is this order that you're getting from Starbucks?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure you can
what, that's like $9?
I'm sure you can find some kind of a venti cotton candy latte that would be would be $9.
Okay,
I
I
don't
got
know.
you.
I
I got
Come on,
invent
just work
invent a
with me.
unicorn
Cotton
frappuccino.
candy,
What?
Exactly. Yeah.
sprinkles, something.
What are you
This
drinking?
Of course,
What
of
kind of
course, I'm
garbage
ordering
are
the
you
like
drinking,
gayest
Dr.
drink on the
Phil?
menu. What do
this is
you?
what they call
Not all of
treat
us will
yourself.
just
Don't
drink
cheat
whatever
yourself,
they hand
Toby.
us at the
Treat
local
yourself.
gas station. I'm just kidding. I make my own coffee at home, to be honest. But all right. Well, if you come up
I
with
haven't
a
been to a
better,
Starbucks in months.
I drink Nouns coffee. Are you crazy? I doxed myself for that shit. So I mean, I got
You've never come
It
or
is.
like a literal piece of shit until you've like Uber Eats Starbucks and you pay like
Toshi, you
$30
need help.
for a
Did you say?
cold like grande coffee and like egg bites.
Like,
Why?
this was so
Who
worth
hurt
it.
you? Why are you?
You got the egg bites from Starbucks, Uber Eat it. Yeah, it's bad times.
You got your brain is making some of the bad juice. What happened?
That sounds like
I agree, Nikki's soundboard.
Hey, Nikki, if we
that
could
sounds
cool it
like
on the fart
luxury, but
noises by about,
that's
if we could
trouble.
cool it on the fart noises by, I don't know, like 35% reduction in fart noises per show, that'd be great.
I feel like we're hanging out with Sam again, like 6 months ago, Sam.
I am.
Sam,
I'm here for
All right.
I'm here for the Nikki G soundboard.
Yeah, I like most of it. Just the fart noises might have been, like I said, just about only 35% too high.
It's like one of those, like, those like Tim Robinson shows or something. It's like uncomfortable. It's like so many times that it's like uncomfortable, but it's funny.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
That one I will never be mad at.
If you can only pepper it in occasionally.
If you missed Lil Noun Space on Friday, I tried to make the case that SQ sounds like Dr. Phil, and then he got rugged suspiciously after I accused him of that, and he would not come back on to verify. So, I mean, make of that what you will. But
that's suspicious.
That is very suspicious. Yeah. Anyhow, we were talking cycling, and I just want to say, speaking of conspiracies and coincidences, is it a coincidence that Mr. David here has made this nouns cycling DAO, and now the bull cycle has begun again, it seems, today? I'm just saying. Just to throw that out
The
there.
bull cycle started?
I don't know.
Sure?
ETH is above 1,300. Just let me have it.
Tony's manifesting.
I'm so down bad. All right,
go.
So Symbio, let's dig in more. What more do we need to learn here about noun cycling? Whether we're in the bull market or not.
I was thinking a little bit about the possibility of it being a
Symbio,
digital
you there?
endeavor.
I could
Can you
just
not hear
pick
me?
it up from
Wait, we
Abdoshi's
can hear. You can't hear Symbiote?
Oh,
I think you're rugged.
So you might
Ryan.
be selectively rugged. Twitter has this new feature where
Oh.
if you don't mint the daily NOMO, you can be selectively rugged, and you might not be able to hear some of the people on stage. So, no biggie. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's fine. You
It
can
only,
manipulate
it only
but-
rugs people that you actually have to have conversations with. You're all good.
I'm just
I can hear
I'm
you
just
guys.
with you. Yeah, I know. For some reason, you can't hear Symbio, but he was just asking you a question. But I guess Symbio can ask the question, and I'll try to synthesize it for you. So go ahead, Symbio.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it.
The difference between potentially having this be digital, where people are cycling in their living room, versus the possibility of it getting out into the greater community and like rides, novel rides, cool. And what have you.
By the way, first of all, I want to say I feel nervous interpreting English to English right now. Why is that? How do people do this language to language? Anyway, Symbio wanted to ask if you think that you'll continue to sort of do rides indoors, or if there's potential to sort of have this go to outdoor cycling as well, if I'm not misunderstanding.
Yeah,
the language that I've spoken since birth. Go ahead.
Yeah, both. I mean, both is fine. Like we have a Strava club, and that aggregates rides from Zwift, which is a virtual app. It's like a kind of Web 2 metaverse situation. And then I do it's January, but I was just out. I did about 60K today. So, I mean, I'm going to be riding probably every day, no matter what. So, yeah, definitely. I'll be riding either way.
Do you guys know do you guys know that magazine? I think it's called Cycling. It's like one of the biggest cycling magazines around the world. And for me, when I look at Noun CC, I mean, I've been talking to Brian for quite a while now, and I just remember that magazine, how influential it is and how big it is. Just like how Nas has made its way through extreme sports, I do think Noun CC has a very big market, a very big opportunity. And however way we could be able to support this, I think it would be a great thing. I love it. I love it. Just want to make a submission, really.
Yeah, that's a good point, Davin. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think it has like immense, I think it has a huge potential. It's a little bit niche. So I don't know how many Web 3 people are actually into cycling or where they are. So it's kind of like I'm just trying to find the people, and I'm also, I don't know, I guess onboarding people who are not in Web 3. And yeah, so I've been describing it as I've been describing it as an art-oriented Web 3 centric cycling club, because I don't want to like scare people by saying web like NFT right out of the gate. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking about different situations that are gonna have a lot of impact. Like, I mean, it would be really cool if I could go to Tour de France and just distribute yellow noggles, like paper noggles, or create a challenge on Strava, because that's like a popular thing, or like something on Zwift, like a actual club, like a legit club on Zwift or something like that. So hopefully I'll connect with some more people who do cycling to brainstorm with.
Joshi, can you add Tour de France to your Nouns OTG? I think that would be a good one to go to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, anytime you're out there cycling and stuff, even if you had some really cool like nounish noggles or anything like on your outfit, like that's huge, because that's just like branding.
Could you imagine a cyclist actually wearing the noggles while they're cycling?
Yeah, I just asked Clem to send me some. So I'm working on that with Clem. So at least we can get pictures of people, like kind of funny pictures of friends riding with the noggles.
If you wanna work on some designs, we could maybe try to get some 3D printed stuff, for testing. If you have any like design ideas, we can do that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have these. My PFP is actually the kind of racing noggles, and I was like, I guess I'm kind of breaking some rules with that, but it just kind of goes along with the aerodynamic thing, and yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun. I've been designing a lot of these just kind of low key on my computer.
Like, do you think like with the racing glasses though, like what's the white and black? Like, what's the difference?
Oh, well, I mean, they're just basically, I used the square noggles design and just kind of translated it to
I mean,
more
like
of like a blast shield.
in like real time. Like, how would you see
that?
In
IRL. Well, there's I forget the name of the ones, but the ones from Italy, that have like a kind of tint. The more the like fashion fashion. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to ride around on a bike at like 30 miles per hour with those on.
Oh, no. But actually, for actual racing noggles, yeah, it's a little tricky. I don't know a lot about sunglass manufacture. I usually spend like a couple $100 on a pair of sunglasses, and that was like one thing that really like pulled me in, was like, I'm really into sunglasses. I have a lot of sunglasses, and so I don't know what it would take. I mean, but I'm not saying it's out of the question. I mean, I would love to make a pair of full on, there's a brand 100% or Oakley. Those are the big two. If we could do a pair of noggles with Oakley, that would be amazing, obviously. But maybe we could just.
How important is aerodynamics?
No cleats
to these things.
No cleats. Anyone?
No,
thanks,
please.
Noted. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I'm just over here like brainstorming like the fastest noggles that I can imagine that exist so far, and like even if they were down the side of you, like if you're bombing a hill, you're like crouched over cycling and they're just, this noggle is just like swooshing by. I think you could be potentially the first fastest noggle so far.
So
I
like
don't think there's very many fast
put like the
noggles.
noggles on the
Let's
side
go.
of the glasses. So like the fronts are like standard racing glasses, but the side is like a big noggle. I'm feeling it.
Ooh.
That could be, yeah. I mean, the aerodynamic thing and obviously safety and visibility are very important. But maybe there's this there's a situation with most of these like existing cycling glasses have replaceable lenses. So I'm actually looking for a lens for one of my Oakleys. They're actually like ski goggle glasses, but people use them for cycling. And you just pop out the lens and pop in a new one. So maybe there's like a 3D printed lens. But obviously the materials are kind of a big issue. But yeah, I mean, let's try to figure it out. I mean, if we can.
I would love to see that Tour de France yellow noggles with the cycling noggles on the arm and distributed
I was
all
thinking kind of. I think somebody's speaking. Sorry.
No, you're good, man.
It was
just relay
Symbio
that.
was speaking, but yeah.
Oh, right.
Sorry
I
to
keep
run you
forgetting
over.
that he
Come
can't
back.
hear Symbio.
Yeah, I had to go through a kind of twister kind of jet coaster tunnel to get back to. I'm in my classroom now. I'm about to start teaching some kids in a few minutes. But yeah, I was thinking big with like Tour de France. Oleg pointed out, like, yeah, sponsoring a professional team is about $10 million. But I was thinking, maybe caps, like the spectators for Tour de France are very enthusiastic, and usually you see the red polka dot, bucket hats or cycling caps. And I'm pricing out like cycling caps right now. I've always wanted to make a cycling cap, a custom cycling cap, but I feel like making a Noun cycling cap is a good starting point for physical goods, and maybe the paper noggles. Usually, cyclocross events, which are like early winter, late fall, they're a little bit like there's a lot of pageantry going on, a lot of theatrics. So I see sometimes people wearing 3D paper glasses. So I think maybe that would be a good look for now. Like attend some cyclocross events in Nagano or up north, and maybe like sponsor one of my local guys to enter the race with like a nounish cycling kit. That's kind of like the idea I have right now for IRL. And then just try to get like the guys that I ride with in my town wearing, some IRL nounish gear. If that would be cool too.
Love it.
I just love seeing nouns being proliferated into different like hobbies and niches. It's so fun. That's what nouns is about, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really can reach just about everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. I saw what NARS were doing, and I was like, that's really cool, and just like all different like food nouns and so many different like niches. And I was like, why not? And I was like, I felt really at ease. Like, I was like, wow, I don't have to do everything myself. That's really cool. So just get the ball rolling. So that's where I'm at now.
You got it. Build in the open.
Build in the open.
Yeah, like
Building
you
in the
said,
open, and then now
just like
since you've
put your
had-
ideas out there and let people who
Open a building.
have the skills that maybe you don't have come to the table and fill in, and you bring the skills that they don't have, and all of a sudden the puzzle gets put together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was missing that I was looking for that verbiage. Yeah, but yeah, build in the open. Thanks a lot, Joshua.
Build the building.
Let's go.
And now we all know you as the nounish cyclist. And so anyone here who's interested in cycling, that's just another great way to connect. And exactly, I love like this super, super niche way that people can kind of come in and take their talents and like really apply them. Because now I'm even thinking like a really fun OTG activation could even just be like at a popular corner of this Tour de France, like handing out the waters and stuff. Like any way that we could just interact, like I think that is just very nounish in itself, and kind of bringing nouns everywhere and anywhere is nounish. So Tour de France, oh my gosh, I like have you ever competed in that? Do you think that's even possible? Like, are you looking forward to, and like, would you ever want to do that?
I mean, I've always wanted to go. I've never been, but I do have friends. I do have some friends in Europe, and I have friends who've been there. And I just know that the spectators are really enthusiastic, and maybe I know. Hopefully, I can build in the open on this idea. It's like it's honestly, it's bigger than it's a bigger scale than I've ever thought about doing any of my own projects. But I saw the Rose Bowl parade, and then I saw the man bought a noun based on that. He bought the Void greasy shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's like
Wasn't that
really,
inspirational to hear? I loved hearing that because I think there's
yeah.
a lot of ways to measure return for these things, like the noun, like the parade, and a lot of them aren't people buying nouns, but people buying nouns is great, right? So I mean that's like the most measurable, easy way of saying, hey, this was worth it.
Of course, yeah, and just wanted to point out. I mean, I've mentioned this several times lately to people, but the idea of DAOs are very like Japanese people, like where I live. I live in Japan, so people in Japan really get the idea of a DAO much kind of more than like NFT collecting on its own. So
Interesting. Why do you think that is? That's an interesting observation.
yeah, I have a few theories. I think part of it is because like generally people don't want to be like wrong. They don't want to be the first guy to do something because they don't want to be wrong. It's kind of like a
Okay.
group think. Yeah, it's a group oriented. I mean, group think society. But also
Because
it's the
I
idea of
have
like,
noticed,
mhm.
I was just gonna say I have noticed how popular NounsDAO has been getting in Japan, and even a lot of the projects that have sprung up based on nouns, like P nouns, have like basically DAOified themselves right away, and then started buying nouns. So I think definitely seeing what you're saying and it is playing out within the nouniverse as well.
Yeah, I also think it's the idea of doing social good because if you're doing something like for the society at large, people here generally are a little more on board with it than if you're just, starting a business to make money. So the social good kind of point is another thing. But yeah, when I listen to Satoshi Nakajima speaking about minting on chain and like pure form NFTs and stuff like this, that really that really got me into the want to be in the ecosystem even more.
That's awesome.
He's
Is
the
that your
artist
brother,
behind dot
Toshi?
nouns.
What's that?
He's the artist behind dot nouns.
He's part of the NounsDAO Japan, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He's really I've listened to the recording and it was really insightful, really impactful.
Josh, do you mind if I go to Mischief here with a question quickly before I come to you?
I don't mind.
All right, cool. Mischief, what's up?
Not much. It actually
Welcome.
isn't really a question so much, but more of a statement about the nouns and how much I appreciate the idea of the nouns and how I believe how well you guys have done trying to work community, financial benefit, and really trying to encompass the whole NFT idea with a really good culture. And there's been there's been mistakes, not big ones, but there have been some mistakes. But I really feel like I can never I wasn't able to afford a noun, and I still currently can't afford a noun. But I just really like what you guys have done, and just wanted to get up here and just say, like, thanks. You guys, I believe, have done a fair bit for the overall NFT community in general. And I see so many other collections. They include the noun glasses, which was awesome because, you guys have, allowed the CCO on that. And it's just, I feel like what you guys have done such a great job of, leading the NFT industry in ways other big blue chip NFTs haven't, and have had the opportunity to, but they just didn't do it. And I just want to say, like, I always mention you guys when people are talking about DAOs and when has a DAO been successful? When has a community been successful in giving back to its holders? I'm like the Noun DAO. Like, if you haven't heard of it, like, seriously, where have you been? But I just wanted to say, like, top job. Like, really,
That's
you
awesome.
guys are awesome.
I will say though that was not very mischievous at all. So you might need to
Yeah, that was
you might need
really
to go
nice.
back to the drawing board on that.
Everyone
was
says that to
extremely.
me, but it's an old name, and I don't really play with it enough. I do in other spaces, but just like sometimes I want to be a bit serious, if you know what I mean.
Well, we're glad
I
that you
think that
came
it's
so
worth
far.
bringing up. You don't need to own a noun to be part of the nouns ecosystem. Most of the people on stage right now don't own nouns. So that is an important thing to note.
To come and build with us. By the way, I really like your little robot. What NFT is that?
Oh, that's a Space Rider.
Space Rider. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. It almost looks like he's got some nice little futuristic noggles on him there too. Almost.
They do. Look, there's still a lot.
Cody loves the space rider. He's a space cadet himself.
Well, look, there's a lot of the Space Riders are pretty good. There's a lot of other communities that are still really good. I just find that you guys have really found a great balance with, giving back to that community. And I've noticed more of the things that you guys are currently doing, the charity work you guys are doing, and all that kind of stuff. It's just fantastic, and it's great to see a group really, giving a good charge, leading really well. That's all I wanted to say. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you for coming on to say that. I appreciate that. Everybody, I'm sure here appreciates that. So thank you. Joshua Fisher, I think you had a question before we went to Mischief there. I'm not sure if it was about Noun CC or something else.
Yeah, it was in relation to Noun CC and the Tour de France, and kind of, I think a bit of a way to look at things in general for nouns is like, my suggestion is to find out whoever's doing the absolute coolest stuff at Tour de France, and then just find out how much it would cost to do something cool with them, and then bring that to the DAO, and they'll probably say yes. It's not really reinventing the wheel. It's just finding the best people and bringing them, and if they get it, then doing it. Like the Rose Parade got it, and so we just did it. And if they wouldn't have, then you just have to work with people that get it right off the rip and are willing to just tell you how much it costs, and you just do it. I think.
And they got it right.
That's great. Yeah,
even with Seth Green, he got the vision 100%. Right? There was no misses.
Yeah, that helps a lot, Joshua. Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Mr. Luke, go for it.
What's going on, Nouns?
Not too much. How are you this fine Monday early morning?
Oh, shit. Well, I am on PST, so for me, it's still late night on Sunday. And boy, did I have a wicked day. But
oh, yeah? In a good way or a bad way?
Yeah.
Good.
It's got a silver lining.
All right. What did you want to share with us tonight?
I wanted to say that what's up to Space Rider Mischief. I fucking love the riders, and I'm starting to I think I love the nouns, but if I don't already love them, I'm starting to love them, and I don't think that I'll have a noun anytime soon, unless I
can you get a little noun?
Liquidate.
You might get a little noun.
That's what I was gonna say. Unless I liquidate all of my other NFTs, I don't think I'm getting a noun anytime soon. But I love the snowboard, and it does sound worth it. But
we have a lot of you know what, we have so many great artists in the Nouns community. You don't have to buy a noun. You could just support any of the artists that you like, and that's it, and that's good.
Well,
Mr. Brian's
some of the
got
artists
drop here and go teach some. Well, there he goes. He's going to.
I mean, if you can get your hands on
English
bonies, good luck.
That's right. Bonies? Nobody ever sells bonies, actually. And that's because if you do, Mr. Boney will chase you down to your house. And he won't do anything to you. He'll just knock on your door and ask you in person why you sold your bony.
You don't, so it's kind of like this bag of bones?
Yeah, that's really awkward. I don't know if I can handle that.
Was there something that I could have done to keep your business, sir? He just keeps doing that. And so it's just kind of weaponized awkwardness. But anyway.
Yeah, you're I don't know what more you could have done, Mr. Boney. You are in spaces every time you shower, and it's crazy.
That's right.
You're
If I'm honest, I sold my bony because of the whole shower thing. It just kind of
Does he show up to your house with that? with a
I just
shower handle,
followed
maybe.
Boney's.
Like his
You should
weapon is
follow
a shower head.
Boney is an OG. Boney's an OG. He's been around nouns and cryptodes since before they were even made. So
Wow.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, Boney's the best.
I was
So if you don't
going
know
to
Boney,
say.
yeah, check him out.
I was going to say two things. One, I'd love to check out Boney's stuff, which I will after I get done saying two things, or saying one thing, asking another. But I would also love to learn about every single one. I don't want to call them derivatives. I don't know. Like, what would you call NAR or Alps?
Go to
Isn't it NounsDAO?
nouns.center.
Nouns.center,
Nouns.center?
Yeah,
yeah.
nouns.center.
There's all if you want to see all the auctions or a lot of the
Peruse.
auctions in one place, there's auctions.wtf. And we usually call them nounish extensions.
Okay, so there's
That's the
nouns.center,
vernacular.
auctions.wtf, and those are where you can find the nouns extension. Are they nouns
Some of
extensions
the
or nouns extensions?
Like that.
resources.
Some
There's
of
other
them.
available
Yeah.
resources in the.
Okay.
Nouns.center is going to be the best place.
You MFers have so many websites. It's like I say I'd love to do something, and you're like, here's a website.
Yeah,
No, actually,
There are
the
well
MFers
because
are a
there's people
different
who
group.
keep buying. There's people who keep buying domain names and then just putting things on them and buying.
Well,
And
it was funny too. Like like you said, like we have all these websites, and we had the person who just bought a noun, and then they came on and they were like, "Oh, I was like digging in Etherscan, this, that, and the third." And we were like, "Oh, just go to nounclock.app. You'll see all that information. How much is in their wallet? How many nouns they hold." And he was like,
"God damn it!"
He was like, "Hold on, you guys were doing this like 2 days ago when I bought the noun." And we were like, "Yeah."
Yep.
He thought he was like Sherlock Holmes combing through the Etherscan. He's like, "I got this guy. I'm gonna bid $1 more than he has in his Etherscan wallet."
And we're like, we could just see that, right?
By the way, I don't know why I said
Yeah, I've been
Etherscan.
thinking.
That's kind of like my grandmother saying to Google. That was pretty cringe. But how much do you have in your Etherscan wallet, son? That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new granny phrase.
Excellent.
In 2040. I'm checking my Ethernet wallet. I don't see anything.
I can't wait to say that to people just to see them cringe.
I'm getting an early start. I don't know about you, Joshua Fisher. Go ahead.
I don't necessarily have to go through it all right now, but it is pinned to the top. I think everyone should check out the winners to the.
Oh, I think this is a segment that I had planned to throw to you, so I want to hear about these winners.
Well,
I'm so glad I didn't compete because I would have gotten swept away.
Are you really glad that you had your hand up on a Spaces for the entire time of the expiry of this contest, Luke?
I mean, it was you guys, because when you went to the site to submit your thing, it wasn't done yet. But then on your flyer, it was done. So I wasn't gonna bust out one of my shoe boxes, my nice Hoka shoe box. They're high quality. I like to keep them to throw stickers in. So
we'll do it. We'll find another
anyway.
use for your shoebox. We're gonna do like a space diorama using the CCO space imagery from nouns.
Are we now?
I don't know.
There we go.
Just throwing it out
Alpha.
there.
Oh, you're just making this up on the
I
fly.
just literally did
What's in
that
my
right
Hoka
now.
shoebox right now? Actually,
all of you have to.
All right, tell us what contest this is, Joshua, and who won and what happened.
So,
take us through
in honor of nouns being at the Rose Parade, even though it says Rose Bowl, it's really Rose Parade. We had a contest to create a shoebox float. So it was like basically make a float like a Rose Parade float. And we got some amazing winners. Benji Aguilar did a full-on basketball court and created a noun out of like foam and a basketball and put noggles on it. We had some really colorful, fun things from Summer Arts and I Am Gemini 23. Duckhead came through with a very unique design. He threw one of his like custom noggles and toys inside and some Lego flowers.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at that one now. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, Duckhead is
it's
so
like
creative.
A glass display.
Yeah, and OX Crypto Bulls came through with Rocco and the Nouny clock, and I don't know the vending machine and the Game Boy if those are like specific nouns or not, but they made a good choice with Rocco and the noun and clock, as far as I'm concerned.
I think that's the accessory that is on one of the Game Boys. I think, but I'm not sure.
These are pretty cool. Like the
Anyway.
little noun characters are pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I don't know how he made those, but I kind of want one.
Who's doing nouns in like Roblox and in like I don't know.
How, like, when did you guys announce this contest and how long did people have? Because this is amazing.
People had like 2 days. This community's crazy.
Crazy. Some of these look better than some of the floats there. No offense, guys. No offense. Everyone did such a great.
Shots fired. This is turning into
did
an
you guys see
episode
the
of Boring.
news? Nouns just got uninvited to the next roast
Oh
parade.
my days.
Oh my god.
Days.
All because of
I
Love
take it
Toast.
What have you done? No,
Took
but
me to
seriously,
find
it's
sound
so
effects, so
crazy
well done,
to
RFU.
see. Yeah, that was great.
Very cool. Well, we'll have to cook up another. I'll have to chat, Josh, and cook up another fun contest for this week. But that one was definitely awesome. And
By the
well
way,
done.
So I'm thinking
the Game Boy on the Game Boy on Crypto Bulls is 516, and the vending machine head is 454.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, too good.
Truly a robot.
Yeah.
So
I
I have a
have no
question.
life.
What do you think about 2022 year in review contest where we encourage people to use any audio from any of the recordings of the Noun Square or soapboxes plus any content that was created throughout the year and make like a highlight reel video?
That could be cool. I had a similar
That would be
idea, but
sick.
for POAPs. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have like a highlight reel type contest, but people could just highlight any of the POAP art from
We
the
got
entire
a perfect meme for this.
run of
It's that
TNS.
little girl. Why not both?
Why not?
¿Por qué no los dos?
I think that would be cool because I mean the POAP art in particular has been so under the radar. Like
I
the people
agree.
who are collecting it, we know what we're getting. But if you don't open up your POAP app from time to time and go through, or your Rainbow app, because Rainbow also does a really good job of displaying your POAPs.
Yeah, they do a better
if you're
job
not
than
using
POAP.
Rainbow. Yeah, I mean, POAP, but Patricia, that's just Joshua's opinion, not the rest of the Noun Square. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean,
but yeah, no, Rainbow
the
does
technology
do a
is
great
amazing.
job.
Obviously, like it's a great tool for so many reasons.
I've never seen a shark backpedal before. I'm pretty sure they die if they do that. So
that's fantastic. I think.
2 things can be true at once.
All right. What else we got? Maybe we should go to Toshi briefly. I want to hear about a little prop that popped up on Discourse tonight.
Just a little popped up prop. It actually has taken weeks to put together, so I'm excited that it finally got there. Shout out to everybody who is putting up proposals. It is a huge deal, and just kind of getting that thing up there was like my biggest goal, because that's when I can start talking to people about it. So I'm sure you guys will be very overhearing from me by the end of this week. I will be inserting myself everywhere in every space that you guys will also be attending. So if you just see my little face there with Noggles, just be like, there she is again. I bet she's going to talk to us about this prop. But I feel like it's large enough that everyone has something within this prop that they can like relate to. Maybe I'm in a city or would like to be in a city that you guys are in or that's near you. Maybe I'm touching on an event that you are also working on. Shout out Nikki G and NFT Toronto. So there's a lot of crossover, I think, with this prop and potentially like other builders and other on-chain props, because for anyone who doesn't know, I've been running nouns on the ground for the last 6 months and basically been proliferating nouns on the ground, but which is kind of like my fun version of saying IRL. And so this next prop would be for the whole next 2023 event season. And so very much not sort of like nouns to have things planned out like that far in advance, but I feel like we had that like trial period of seeing how necessary it was for nouns to be kind of out there in the real world. And I think that this could provide like a really awesome like roadmap for everybody to participate, see which events that they're at. Do they want to collaborate and contribute to specific events that are there? Or, hey, is there an event that you guys don't see listed that like you could like go on the ground too? So a lot of opportunities for everybody. I think a huge opportunity for nouns in general, just to continue proliferating IRL. You guys know that I'll just talk about IRL until the cows come home. And I love Luke, who's participating today. Hey, Luke. See that hand?
Hi. Yes, but Toshi, do you have anything else that you want to say? Like, were you done? I don't want to interrupt you.
No. Oh my gosh, not at all. Go ahead. I'm ready for the cue or a comment or whatever you were waving your hand for.
I was just going to ask everyone to look in the comments on the bottom right and see my Hoka shoebox. I didn't get to turn it into a float, but it's got some
you
good
have to
stuff.
save it. I think that the shoebox
This man was
diorama things will be the big contest. So, I mean, you better have hoped that you saved that for a good one.
Okay, well, I'm saving it, but for now, it's holding some precious head warmers.
All right, good. Well,
oh wait, those have that's the accessory that was on the frog.
Wait, where are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, what is everyone looking?
It's in the comments.
Oh, comments. I'm looking at the nest. I'm like, I thought he pinned it.
Those might be two beanies that were.
Beanies?
They might be two Nouns brand beanies that were misprints, so they're the wrong color, so they're one of ones.
Okay,
so sick. That's with the bling sparkles accessory. That's awesome.
That's really cool. In fact, we just had that. We just had that sparkle accessory.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was on 571. The bling sparkles.
Okay, Luke, I will also flex my Nouns brand like sample piece on you, but I do have a Noggle belt that totally doesn't fit me, but like I'm not going to be able to get rid of it because it's just like a one of one, I feel like, of the samples. So maybe one day we'll meet IRL and just be rocking our like things that are off brand of the Nouns brand. Extra cool ones.
It'd be cool if we got them in a picture, but like my head's gonna be like, it's gonna be a weird photo. We're gonna have to get full Nouns brand outfits to tie it all together because I don't want people to like look at your belt buckle and then look at the sparkle on my head and like not get it because they're so far apart, you know.
Yeah, and they will be extra far apart because I'm total Amazonian and like very large.
Yo, I'm wearing my jumpsuit
if there's
right now.
If there's not
you'll
with or without the fin
right now.
I'm wearing
it's not Nouns brand, but it's Nouns branded.
With or without the fin.
Fin always.
Fin?
Oh my god. With the fin. So funny. He put
That
it
made
on
me
in the
so
morning,
happy.
guys. In the morning. He just sewed it right there. I'm like, who even knew that? So talented. I mean, I felt like I knew that, but I really got to see it IRL.
In the parade, I saw your face, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure that was Josh because you were like sort of behind people, and then the camera angle switched. And I saw the fin, and I was like, oh, there he is. Yeah,
that was me.
There was a full blown shark head that was kind of like brought around and didn't get used, but like it had like the paper noggles cut in half, so the like each one was just like taped on one of the eyes that were like on the opposite sides.
That thing was not camera ready.
It was not very nounish.
It was not.
It was actually like hilarious.
Good at all.
Wow.
I should have left that at home.
Hey, but again, it's a one of one. That is a one of one.
You know who's a one of one? Joshua Fisher's a one of one.
We're all one of ones.
Ain't that the truth?
Darius, what's up, brother?
Yo, GM. How are you guys?
GM.
Good weekend.
Good to see you after a long time. I was wondering if Optish can drop the Discourse link in the comment also.
Yes.
I want to reach out.
Pin that tweet, actually, if you can.
I will do that for you guys right now, and I really, really appreciate obviously comments and feedback and everything. And I always tell you guys to do that for your own props. And so I also started a Discord, a Nouns OTG Discord. You guys got to get in there. Mostly to solve the problem. Someone did call me out that I just have a really hard time answering DMs. So now it's just, there it is. There's the server. You guys just got to ping me.
Now
me
she will also
you gotta
not
get
answer
Rocco
you in a
integrated.
private Discord. I'm just kidding.
I got to get what?
I said now you will now also not answer them in a private Discord.
Yeah, exactly.
In addition
I
to the
promise,
DM.
if you ping me at least 20 times, I will respond. I will not be able to ignore it. No, but really, there's just an anon confession channel, which I'm most excited about. All you got to do is hit /confess. It's completely anonymous, and I just can't wait till people actually start utilizing that.
Did you see my fail with that tonight? I did not read any instructions. I did not read any instructions. Went in there and just typed some stuff, and it did not get hidden or
it's not anonymous.
Anonymized.
Cody Hawk, Optoshi is the best, but don't tell her. God damn it, I can't read. We can see that that's from you
forever.
But if you do the hashtag, or like not hashtag, /confess, I don't know why I love this, but I feel like we're going to get some great things from this and we can start sharing those really fun things. But basically, there's no other talking channels except for discussing the prop, which will be shut down after the prop either passes or fails, and then the actual like event forums channels. So if you're interested in any of, there's 18 events listed. If you're near any of them, if you like any of them, if you want to know more about them, go into those forums. I'm going to be forcing people to actually talk about them there. I think we'll be able to get way more cool sort of like collabs with other builders in those local areas done if we do it like out in the open and in public. So I obviously will have a lot more to talk about this with you guys. I won't talk your head off at 2:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
I believe you said you wanted to be a guest every night on 9:00 this week. So we've cleared our entire slate of guests for Optoshi. No, we haven't. But of course you'll be
for
here.
The various Optoshi variants.
Yeah. Tonight we have Naptoshi. Naptoshi, are you there? Naptoshi.
Right there.
Naptoshi just sleeps during the space.
Yeah. I wonder how many people are here in the space tonight who were also in the space on August 8th of last year when we did a 24-hour space and Naptoshi was on stage for at least 6 hours while asleep. while 100% asleep.
You know what?
Just zonked.
Not my fault. Not my fault. I believe that was when I was still like getting used to Ben Body's tone of his voice, and it just put me right to sleep.
You know what? That is fair. It was very, very soothing.
So soothing. Much like Joshua Fisher's late night 9:00 voice. It's a little.
I really like the sort of ASMR audio quality we're getting from Josh at these late night tones.
That can't be normal volume.
Yeah.
So I have to talk at like half
So we're getting the late night Joshua Fisher.
I'm like going into some
to
a new location.
Here at TNS we play.
Here at Nouns Public Radio.
Here at TNS we play nothing but the hits, nothing but the hits, nothing but the beep hits. No? Get the reference?
Like it.
Coming at you live. Sunday.
That's Josh. Do you guys know that song? It's by Josh Rule. It's very, very famous.
Unfortunately, I think of Josh Rule now. I also think of Firefest. Not great.
All right.
One of our winter nouns has made a move and delegated said noun to the little nouns. So now they have 16.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Susuk delegated it as igloo noun or their igloo noun to the little noun. So now they're up to 16.
But if you're not aware of the details, though, it's kind of interesting. He dropped in their Discord and he was like, "I'd like to delegate to little nouns in exchange for an equal delegation of little nouns to myself." So I don't know what was worked out there. I have to find out from Al, but it was some kind of a basically a governance trade, which I think is a first that we haven't seen before in Nouns. So that's kind of interesting. Susak's
First governance trade on the first igloo head.
I think so. Yeah, exactly. And it didn't go
5557. Yeah.
That's just cold, you know? So,
Heyo.
yeah.
But homie all the same.
That's right. I do have a retweet picker. Should we give out a retweet picker winner?
I'm ready for it.
I don't know why I said
no.
in sentences, but
oh, I do want to hear from Darius real quick because he's been very patiently waiting on stage.
Oh, sorry.
Last thing for Aptoshi, a person, a place, or a thing, and send me my T-shirt, please.
Hey, you know what? You might not think that Darius deserves a T-shirt, but that was a better effort than I'd say 80% of the people that Aptoshi on the ground interviewed during her forays. So if you don't know what we're referring to, you have to go check out Aptoshi's TikTok.
They're fantastic.
They're really funny. I basically just harass people on the street and I ask them what a noun is. But there's really cool stories.
My favorite was like the three men who basically all said different words for women as they hovered around you. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is Aptoshi goes and harasses people on the streets and gets away with it with pretty privilege. That's the TikTok. That's the whole.
Shots fired. Shots
fired.
Listen, this is not the first time I've said that.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, hey, if you want to see really drunk people at Oktoberfest.
What I want to know what those gentlemen were trying to accomplish when they were doing that like worm thing on the apparatus to some sort of a ride.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to mean nothing to anyone who hasn't watched this TikTok, but it was very alarming TikTok of like three grown men.
It's like a funny thing at Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is more, it's an amusement park. Like I had no idea that there was amusement park rides and things like that. But there's these like really funny roller things like fun houses. So you just like walk across these rollers and it's supposed to be funny because you like are drunk and you fall around and stuff too. But those guys, they were doing something else. They were trying to confess love to each other. I don't know what's going on. You guys have to watch the video. It's hilarious.
It's fascinating.
It's something, that's for sure. All right, I have a retweet picker winner. And
I've got a drum roll for you.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me with the drum roll. The winner is Hong Bing at C Mario Light. And he's got a really cool, I think it's I don't know who drew this, but it's a cool nounish power. What is that? What is that shape?
The lightning bolt. I'm not even looking. I'm familiar with Hong Bing's.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Okay, it's a power thing. Lightning bolt is.
It's a power thing. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Go power things. Yeah. So he's got a lightning bolt head illustration for a head, and yeah, congratulations. You won 0.069 ETH. Congratulations. Luke has a question.
You're facing what we were facing in November when we were all wake up till 5 a.m. and now it's your turn.
Yeah, well, we've been.
Fair enough.
This is our second time around the rodeo, so we've been through this before. And I have a newborn, so I'm up every 2 hours anyway. So I mean, time. What is time anyway? Really,
time is an illusion.
Luke, what's up?
Hi. Were we gonna follow the lead of those guys at the Rose Parade and confess love to each other? Because if so, I'd like to start.
Yeah, will you go first?
Ryan, where are you?
Yes, sometimes I can't tell if that's like a recording laugh or a laugh because I don't know if
we do have we have that as well.
Oh, well, I'm gonna start with Bonies. I love you. I want to you out and stick you in my wallet and carry you everywhere with me.
Aww. Oh, that's the most nice.
Adorable.
That's like the most nice Web3 serial killer thing I've ever heard.
A little bit, yeah.
But I feel you.
Bonies just called me and told me, please don't.
Yeah,
This is good.
it.
Okay, can we have a new segment on the show called Luke's Bits? Because
This is fantastic. Wait,
that sounds
hang
good.
on. Hold up.
I think we need to rename that.
Yeah,
We'll workshop that
Luke's
one.
Little bits.
We'll
Luke's Little Bits.
Hey.
Luke's
God, I'm
Little
dying.
Bits, and we'll
So
we just get on together and we
hard time.
FOMO a roadhead on Luke's Little Bits. Okay, Tip.
Did someone just say roadhead?
It's a long story.
What the heck?
We'll get into it later. I have a POAP. Can I give it away, please?
Yes, and then we have we'll do the POAP. We have a question from Tip, and then we'll call it a night. But go ahead with the POAP. Thanks.
All right, POAP. POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. It's a free NFT you can collect just for being in this space. You can get the POAP app at poap.xyz. Once you have it, you just go to the Mint button, open that up, go to the Mint button, the bottom right-hand corner, tap on Secret Word, and today's secret word is Monocle Fish 23. That is MONOCLEFISH 23.
I thought you were going to make them spell monocle. Oh, damn it. My app updated. Now I have to play this stupid game.
Yeah, me too.
What is it?
Ascending order.
MONOCLEFISH 23.
Yo, why is this game so hard?
Right? And you think you've got trouble. I'm trying to play it while spelling a thing that I'm not even looking at.
Oh my god.
So
I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna make a mistake.
It's right. There's like it's fine if you make a mistake. It doesn't mess with you too much.
And this is
it's hard, right?
What do you have to do?
Yeah.
You just count up and it goes for a while.
What's wrong with just 23?
Oh shit! No wait.
I
don't know how to
getting
count
these wrong.
Oh my god! I
guess
got all the way up to 600 before getting one right. Oh frig! I'm starting to get them wrong. I'm getting nervous here. This is a little ridiculous.
Oh, you're supposed to see how many you can get the fastest?
No,
you're just supposed to count up.
It's a captcha.
1,000.
It is the most complicated captcha I've seen. I got all the way. Yeah, it ends when you get to 1,000, pretty much, or the number that happens. Just like it ends at. It doesn't go to 4 digits. It only.
Should I not update my POAP app because I didn't have to do that. I just had to figure out how to spell monocle.
Wait to update until you've got it. I love how I wrote the POAP word. I entered it in as I was saying it. No one could possibly have entered the word faster than me, and I got 16. Because I had to play this stupid game.
You have to get to 1,000.
Okay, Otox is asking for the word again. Can you repeat it again?
MONOCLEFISH 23, all lowercase.
Wait, how do
you... The monocle fish 23, because we minted a fish with a monocle today. That's
if you finish that game like really fast, or like faster than anybody else, the POAP engineering team is reaching out to you like, you're very good at seeing numbers. How are you?
Yeah.
I feel like,
what is it's like the fucking yes,
a
that
Turing test should not make you nervous that you might be a robot. I feel like, and
I used to have a T-shirt that said I failed the Turing test, and I can't help but feel like that was slightly prophetic because of this. So that's one more time. The word MONOCLEFISH 23.
EFW.
Don't help. Mike, Oscar,
Nikki
November, Oscar, Charlie.
Nikki was the guy when you
Lima.
were counting cards. When you were counting cards when dealing, Nikki was the guy that would just yell at random numbers.
13.
All right, let's go to Luke quickly, and then Tip. Oh, Tip's gone. We lost Tip, guys. You guys bantered too much, and we lost Tip. Way to go, Luke. Go ahead.
Found the tip.
Hey, I kind of am getting like like some sort of burn mechanism vibes from the last 3 POAPs that I have from Nouns. They're all the same art.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad
that's
you asked.
normal.
Yeah.
That was not
the reason why, Luke.
I was
The reason
more
why,
for
Luke, is that
like
we commission artists. We commission artists to do custom art based on the daily noun, and so obviously they can't do that until the noun is minted. So it sometimes takes them a couple days to get that art into us, and we have a special whitelist privilege with POAP for us to be able to upload that art after the fact. So just be patient, and those will turn into beautiful art from the community. Ooh. Okay, Dante, I'm going to spell this for you one more time. There's someone who's commented a couple of times that they can't get it. Sorry, Robot Fish Girl, you do it because I forget the word.
It's monocle fish 23. It is MONOCLEFISH 23. I extended the window another minute, so you should be able to get it.
So spell quickly. I wonder if you have to finish the captcha before the window too, because you might.
I hope not, because that would be broken.
You just got
I'll extend it. I'll extend another couple minutes just to be safe.
You got to get good at math, y'all. We got to just be able to count the numbers. The lowest
It's
number
not good
first.
at math, dude. I'm dyslexic. I can fucking count.
Well,
that'll be the next.
Fair enough.
That's the next secret word is listexia. So here, I can do it in like the NATO alphabet if that'll help. Mike, Oscar, November, Oscar, Charlie, Lima, Echo, Foxtrot, India, Sierra,
Holy shit,
Hotel.
how many characters can this POAP be?
Alpha Charlie.
Some people are getting. Some people who got that. Okay, someone said that they got an invalid code. Try again because our FG just had to extend the window because it took a while.
Same
so
word. I didn't change the word.
Try the same word one more time and it should work. So,
you guys,
all
monocle.
right.
No one knows how to spell monocle.
I gathered.
Mono.
But nonetheless, just pretend. Here's a tip for you. Just pretend it's not even a word, and Robot Fish Girl is just spelling letters, and just put those letters.
MONOCLE fish 23.
MONOCLEFISH monocle fish.
For some reason, when you
Monocle
started
fish.
saying MONO, I was getting Elmo's World vibes.
M-O. See, I was getting Mickey Mouse Club vibes, so I mean, we just both dated ourselves.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. That's against the law.
Hey, Peter.
Wow.
I mean,
okay. To be fair, I'm a voice actor.
Monocle Fish Girl. Always full surprises.
Darius, what's up?
Yeah, just to change subject, I have something to share, if you don't mind.
All right.
Yeah.
So lots of you know me for the roadmap project, and we have some drops. This is on the project, which is for only OG owners, but we had a public drop on the New Year night, and only 3 days left till the window close. I'm going to pin that up. I've been shooting some drone shot with the noggles all around my road, and this one is at a place which was totally dope and magical in Armenia called Symphony of Stone. And yeah, I used the noggles that Big Shot sent me for this shot. This is the first one with this kind of glasses, and I like the piece. If you like the piece, this is the this is open for 3 days for 0.0069 for the culture. So feel free to get yours before it's closed. And if you don't like that, just give it a retweet because it's for non-ish people, and we they are connected to us, so we have to share that, kind of.
All right, thanks, Darius. Well, we've had someone else come up on stage here. 404 T2K says he's a polyglot, so he should get along with Robot Fish Girl. Maybe you guys could talk back and forth in 16 languages, and we can watch.
It's 2:45 in the morning, man.
What's popping?
What's up, 404?
I got a shout out in the back channels on your group chat that this space was ongoing, so I figured I'd hop on and see what's cooking. I tend to trust people that recommend me cool spaces.
Nice. Have you ever heard of the Nouns project before?
No, it's my first introduction, so please give me a recap if you can.
Awesome. Yeah, welcome. So Nouns is a bit different than a lot of NFT communities in that there's only, 500. What did we do today? 572. So there's only 572 NFTs in the entire collection because only one is minted every day. So it's kind of like a governance slow start where every day someone buys an NFT, they join the DAO, and then the treasury for the DAO, which sits at over $30 million in ETH, gets used to fund builders to do cool things. So that can be things like having a float in the Rose Parade, which happened on New Year's Day. It can be stuff like doing eyeglass prescriptions for kids who can't afford them. It can be things like this space that you're on right now. Our group is funded by Nouns to do Twitter spaces every single day. So that's kind of how Nouns works in a nutshell. You don't have to be able to afford a noun to be part of the community because they do go for quite a bit. They're usually around, right now the floor is sitting around, the auctions are around 30 ETH, between 30 and 40 ETH. But there's lots of ways to get involved in the community if you can't afford a noun. And if it's interesting to you and you want to stick around and learn more, then just follow the clock up here on the top left. And there's lots of Twitter spaces on the daily basis that you might be able to come join us for.
Interesting. So this is a PFP project essentially, is what you're saying?
No.
It is a PFP project in a sense, like because there is a noun that's minted every day, and it's a pixelated PFP. So if you look at who's got a noun on right now, Nikki G up here with the clover head, that's a noun. So that's what they look like, and you can use it as a PFP, but it's also a membership in a DAO.
I am nounish.
You are nounish.
Does that make sense, 404?
Yeah, I'm catching your drift. I was just
watch the video pinned at the top. That helps.
The chain it's currently a part of. Like, what chain ecosystems are you guys like involved in?
Sorry, it's a little hard to hear you. Can you repeat?
What chain ecosystems are you involved in?
Okay, this is an Ethereum native project. Yes,
it's also Solana and Polygon.
There are some projects on Solana, like the Utes project, that are using the art. Because one thing I didn't actually do a good job of explaining is that Nouns has CC0 licensing, so it means that anyone can use the imagery, the brand, the code, anything from the project they can use in their own project without any kind of licensing fees. So a lot of projects have used that art to sort of create their own sub projects, and that's how the ecosystem kind of grows out. And there is that Utes project, which is Frank Degod's project, that has a lot of Nounish glasses in the collection, and they're based on Solana, moving to Polygon. But other than that, though, everything is primarily on ETH. But
okay,
Toshi,
if you're an omni-chain maxi, check out Tiny Dinos because they'll soon be on 9 chain.
I was about to say. Then there's the Tiny Dinos, to which the answer of which chain are you on is yes.
What Discord did you hear about this on 404? Just curious.
No, it's part of Twitter group chat and Twitter community I'm a part of. Actually, Twitter communities are highly underrated. I don't know why more people don't use them since it's right there on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've tried using it before and I found it a bit clunky, but maybe they've done some changes and might be worth looking at again. If
they're like big, just like messengers on the communities, because I'm in a few communities too, but like I find it hard to have conversations with people unless you're like, you're tweeting in the community and people are using the comment section as like the chat, so it's kind of like clunky.
So the usual setup for communities on Twitter, there's a couple ways you can manage them, and it is a shame that the functionalities are not exactly made obvious, but I mostly use it because any tweets that are posted in that channel, they can only be seen by these people, so they won't be seen on the main timeline. So alpha-wise, it's very useful, right? Assuming that you're trying to gatekeep certain information, because some people like to pump and dump, right? Another thing that people do on there is that they can actually archive, depending of the topic at hand, they can archive old tweets into that community itself, so other people can see it that are involved. And one of my favorite functions of that is when you add someone in that community, you can actually keep tabs on them on a regular basis, because when you follow people on here on the main timeline, right? It's at the whims of the algorithm, whereas on the communities, it's not that way. So for someone like me, it's actually very useful to have it set up like that.
Very cool. Well, we're glad you found us, and hopefully you'll give a follow here. And we do a space like this every single day to watch the end of the daily nouns auction, and we have fun with it. We banter and have a guest on, and that currently is falling around 1:30 EST time wise, and it moves a little bit every day. And then we've got a number of spaces that are at set times every day, about 40 a week right now. So lots of opportunities to jump in and learn about nouns and the different projects that are built on top of the nouns ecosystem.
Yeah.
I used to be a guest.
As far as like how long you've been involved in the space, like what's the estimated like time that you've been involved?
Nouns launched on August the 8th, 2021. So pretty been around the block for sure. And they were the first major project to be released CC0, which is that licensing that I was talking about earlier, where anyone can use it to remix and do their own thing.
The Nouns are probably the most successful group DAO ever created, and you know what? I think that they're going to have the biggest IP in the entire Web3 ecosystem, just based off of like the way that the Nouns is managed and the Nouns runs, and it's it's basically like freedom, right? The entire Nouns.
Yo, I hope you're right, Nikki. Let's go.
Yo, I am right. I'm always right. No, I'm kidding. But like, actually, though, like, it is. Damn, I can't even take myself seriously. No. The Nouns is actually probably one of the best operated groups and DAOs in the entire Web3 space, in my opinion. You should really take a dive into it. I'm fairly new, but like, the operations is just like insane. There's obviously a lot of stuff that needs to be like talked about and figured out, but overall the Nouns is probably the most well-oiled machine in Web3, and when it comes to any kind of project or DAO.
That makes sense. Right now, a lot of my priorities.
Sorry about that. You like it?
Good. A lot of my priorities right now is to sort of keep tabs on communities that care about gaming and care about the more technical side of DeFi.
Nouns Esports.
We've got Nouns Esports. Yeah, we've got a Dota team that's in the Pokemon Unite team that won a European championship, I think.
And our Dota team does really good too.
Yeah, our Dota team's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll pin a link here to our Nouns Esports, so you can give them a follow as well.
So I'm assuming y'all do the whole Twitch setup stuff then.
They do over there, yeah.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, like we're different groups, but under the same Nouns banner.
You guys are.
I mean, if we want Twitch on the Noun Square, I will make it happen. Like,
yeah, it's doable for sure.
You guys are the
we do. The answer is yes, we do want it.
You guys are the only one that I've seen on here who actually utilize Twitch. I don't know why more people don't use it, to be honest.
I'm with you on that one, honestly, because I'm Twitch native more than I'm Twitter native, and yeah, there's so much potential there.
I think Twitch native. I think you're actually supposed to say ADHD. It's not.
I mean that too.
It's not polite to say Twitch native.
That's TikTok for you. Twitch is not really like that, to be honest.
All right. Well,
wait, Toady Hawk. Was
what?
Nouns or Cryptodes launch first?
Nouns.
Nouns. Yeah.
And then when did Cryptos launch? How quickly after?
2 months, I think. So I think they were September, if I'm not mistaken. I should know. I minted them, but I think it was September. It's all a blur, really. So the first CC0, the first CC0 period was UMA, which I think launched in July, if I'm not mistaken, June or July. and then Nouns launched in August, and then Crypto.
I'm pretty sure Cryptodes was exactly 1 month after Nouns.
Okay, maybe.
Because
Yes,
Nouns
I
was
think-
August 8th. I'm pretty sure Cryptodes was September 8th.
Well, you know what? Math is hard. I said 2 months after, and then I said September because apparently I can't add months. So yes, I think it was September.
Nobody here can add. That's why so many people couldn't get the POAP. It's
up here in Canada, we have 2 months between August and September, so it's a bit confusing.
I am up here in Canada.
Yeah, me too. we have August, and then we have summer-tember, and then September after that. So
solid.
We have
that makes
winter
sense.
1,
The
winter
best
2,
month of
winter
the year.
3, and then spring.
That's right. And don't forget,
yeah.
we have winter, and then construction, and then summer. That's a very old Canadian joke.
Violently Canadian voice coming out of nowhere. All right.
All right. Well, we have gone quite a bit over time tonight, which has been great because we've had some new folks coming up on stage and chatting, and that's what this is all about. So I appreciate all of you, but also want to let you get a little bit of sleep because we have a pretty busy day tomorrow on our soapboxes, which I had the schedule up and now it's not up. Hold on. Here we go. So tomorrow on the soapbox is basically where we give over the reins to the TNS account and we give it over to different communities within Nouns. And we say, hey, go do a space for your community and cross-pollinate with the other groups as well. So we do that. We do about 40 of those now a week for different groups within Nouns. Tomorrow, we've got the folks from Nouns Brazil with their Bora Bilda Brazil in Portuguese. I think it's going to be tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Unfortunately, there's some shady shit going on right now in the Brazilian capital. And so I think JP and Akfa are okay and they're far from the capital. But if they can't do the show for some reason, we'll let you know. All our best to our friends in Brazil. 4:30 p.m. Speaking of esports, so 4:04. If you wanted to tune back in tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. EST, we will have our Nouns esports team coming on to talk about what they're working on, what's going on in Nouns esports. At 6 p.m. EST, Little Nouns is having their weekly soapbox, and they've got some cool guests coming on as well. And finally, at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we've got the Milk and Cookie Show, hosted by Prof. Werder and Nono Dynamo from Food Nouns, where they literally bake cookies live on the air and talk about the Food Nouns sub-DAO. So that's all coming up to you guys tomorrow, which is actually today, Monday, January the 9th. So that's what we got cooking for you. We'll see you hopefully at some of those tomorrow, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night, which is actually Tuesday morning. This is the time of FOMO NOMO when it gets a little weird with the timing. But anyway, we'll see you at the next show in just under 24 hours. And I will play you guys out with, of course, because we minted a very nice blowfish. So who else can play us out?
Hootie.
Toady and the Bluefish.
Nikki G and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Hawk.
All I want to be with you.
Mickey G and the
You
Robot
enjoyed our
Bistro
show
has a nice
tonight.
ring to it.
You enjoyed our show tonight. Please, I don't know, just please follow us. Write your congressman. Tell your friends. All I want to be with you.
Write your government official. I like it.
Make sure to give me feedback on NFT Toronto ideas, proposals, and all the incubators, everybody.
NFT Toronto coming next summer-tember.
Some would say, stay June.
Next summer-tember 3.
That's cottage season.
All I wanna be